Welcome back. This is our final episode in our knowledge series for Atlassian migrations. And today we're going to be looking at executing the migration and post-migration activities. So let's join in with the team chat and hope you'll get some good information out of that. Okay, so now let's get onto the topic of what happens after the migration. So we've talked about all the lead up, the prep work, what's involved in doing the migration. So now once the migration is complete, the clients need to understand that in many cases, there's still some activity to take place. You know, we've got the Atlassian app is in the cloud, the business is using it, everything's moved forward. From the user's point of view, the project is kind of finished, but clients need to understand that there is some more work, not much, but there is some more work typically that's done at that end of the project. So let's just talk about some examples. Josh, your experience in some post-migration project activities?
So we had a client that after they moved to cloud, they wanted to maintain their server instances. So we helped them move those servers into cloud for archiving purposes.
Okay, nice. And Kale, you've had some experience in post-migration activities?
Absolutely. There's always going to be post-production migration activities that need to take place. There may be certain tasks that need to take place from the app migration itself. So certain apps may have some sort of remediation that needs to be performed once you perform the migration itself. Potentially data doesn't migrate. You might have to connect to external services, things like that. There is actually known required repairs that need to be done in Confluence and Jira in terms of links that need to be updated. So when moving to cloud, Atlassian can support that, but that is a post-production migration task that needs to take place. And of course, any triaging and fixing of issues that were identified in test migrations or during the production migration, if there are any, and you give the go-ahead, need to be also performed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, so it's a good, some clear examples of that project needs to include an allocation of effort after the migration just to do some of this cleanup work, because there's always stuff to do. And other examples are, user training. So the client may want to give some orientation to staff if they're coming from Jira server, Jira to the cloud. Yeah, there's similarities, but there are differences. So part of that overarching change project is about helping people have a good experience, easy experience moving to the cloud. So some user training, we can help clients with that. We often do. So there's typically a whole range of things. So yeah, the important message to customers is recognize that there is some post-project migration activities. All right, so I think we've covered all the topics that we need to cover. And there's enough detail there that I think is useful for clients to consider and think about as part of their planning for migration. Guys, I want to thank you for your time. Appreciate that, appreciate your input. And we'll wrap up this session with you. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, John. Cheers, Josh.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was it for our last episode. I hope you found that useful. And again, we've got 3 episodes there listed on the website, so you can go and have a look at those. There's lots of information that I think you'll find useful. Now, again, if you need to have a chat to us, just reach out on our contact forms here on the website. We'll be happy to give you a hand and have a chat to you about your particular situation. So that's it from us today. Stay tuned for other useful, interesting videos. Cheers.